Hello everyone, my name is Nick and I am with Library Services.
And this is Hannah with Highlander Central.
And this is Highlander Central Live, where we bring really great information directly to new students and prospective students alike, or even parents if they are watching and interested in the process. And we also are hoping that this serves as kind of like a Q&A session, interactive session. So the more that you guys out there can get involved in the process, the better the experience will be for all of us. And the more we know how to incorporate new information into these sessions.
Yeah, and then so like Nick was saying, please interact with us, leave us comments, questions. Even if it's not when the video is still live, you can always still leave a comment and we'll get back with you somehow and make sure your question is answered. Mm-hmm. But yeah, so the more that you guys interact with us and let us know what you like, what you don't like, questions that you may have, or topics you want us to cover in the future, we can adjust these videos to make sure that they are helpful in answering all of your questions.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you are interested in going back and seeing previously recorded sessions, those are available on the Facebook page. All you have to do is go to the Videos tab and you can find all of those there. And I know that we mention this every session, but it's really important that we drive it home. And that is not to include any social security numbers or any student ID numbers, anything that can be traced back to you directly, because then we could get into problems with your account information being taken advantage of, and we definitely don't want that, so be aware of that.
And then especially right now with kind of registration picking up and things are getting busier, it is a great idea to always refer back to these videos because you might get your question answered and it might save you some time, or you might kind of know what you're about to be dealing with, just to kind of be ready and feel confident and prepared. But yeah, so
do you want to get into our guest for today?
Yes. Okay, so today we are going to be talking about the business office, like how to make payments or set up an installment plan. And we do have a guest today from the business office. Her name is Kiera. You want to come on over?
Welcome on in.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, so we're really happy to have you here today. We're always excited to have people that are knowledgeable in their field when we're doing these kind of things. So let's just jump right into the questions.
Okay.
The first question I have for you is where can a student go to find payment deadlines and things like that?
So where students can go to find the payment deadlines is on registration dates. It'll be on McLennan.edu on the home page. If you go to the bottom of the page, it says registration dates. They'll just click that, and then whichever term they want, they can find those dates for that term.
Oh,
okay, perfect. And then, so the registration dates are important because, like, if you don't get your payment in by the registration date, you can be taken out of your class.
Exactly, and that can be a long process trying to get back in, so let's make for sure that students do look at those dates.
All right. So, we found out when to make the payments. Now, where do we go to make the payments?
So where you go is you'll log on to WebAdvisor, and then under financial information, you'll see all payment options. You'll click that tab, and then it'll take you to CashNet, which is our third-party site, and then that's where you'll go to make that payment.
Alrighty. So, one quick question. If I'm paying, like, with cash or something and can't pay online, is there another option, or can I only pay through WebAdvisor?
No, you can also come into the business office. We're located in the administration building on the first floor, and we take cash, card, check, any major debit cards as well. And then with cash, it could only be in the business office. Okay. And then if not, then it can be on WebAdvisor.
Okay.
And do note, if you use a check, there will be a 7-day hold for that check until it is cleared.
Okay, good to know. All right, so say that I am a student and maybe I didn't qualify for financial aid, or financial aid fell through, or maybe I just don't have money on hand to cover all my classes in full. So how would I go about setting up my payment plan?
That will still be through WebAdvisor as well. Through the all payment options, it'll give students the dates that the payments are due and how much it'll be due. And that first payment will be the payment that you, of course, start off with. And there is going to be a $25 non-refundable finance charge with that. And then it'll let them know just when to make those payments.
And then kind of piggybacking off what Nick said, some students who get selected for financial aid verification might not have their financial aid set up by the payment deadline. So some things we kind of encourage students to do is it may be to set up an installment plan while you wait for your financial aid to get set up. It's always a good idea. But yeah, so that way you don't get dropped from your classes or things like that. So moving on to our next question. So if I'm not paying my bill and my mom or dad is, or my grandparents or whoever is going to be paying this bill for me, what do they do? How do they pay it?
So if they're coming into the business office, just make for sure, of course, they know how to spell your first and last name. And if they're doing it online through WebAdvisor, what they need to do is make for sure they have the student's WebAdvisor login and password, and then they'll still use that same method through WebAdvisor to make that payment.
Okay, so if I don't want to give them my login, there's no way for them to pay for it online other than that, so they'll just have to come in.
Yes.
But no over the phone, right?
No payments over the phone.
Okay. Okay, so how would I get a hold of the business office? Phone
So-
number or?
Yeah, the phone number, they can call 299-8000 and then get transferred over to the business office, or they can call my direct line, which is 299-8596.
And then the business office, their number is 8627?
Yes,
Okay,
8627.
254-299. No, you're fine. I just want to make sure.
8627.
But yeah, okay,
Yes.
perfect. So 254-299-8627 to reach the business office directly. Alrighty, and then, so, that's kind of our questions that we have. Are there any questions in the comments if we're live right now?
We did have a question about if someone who's already graduated, where they could find the cool red T-shirts that you have on.
Ah.
Oh, these are kind of old. Not
That might be a good
2
question
years
for
old?
Dusty. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know that we have any left over of these. We do have a cool gray shirt this year that we wore, I think, in our very first video we ever did. So you might be able to email Dusty Hamilton about that one.
Great. And most of those shirts are from if you come for a campus tour.
Yes.
They hand them out.
Yeah,
so.
a lot of the shirts that we, not a lot of them, but a majority of the shirts that we wear are from handouts from the tours. So.
But
over
we
here
do
in the
have some cool
office.
options in the bookstore.
Yes.
They can visit our bookstore.
Yes. That
Absolutely.
would be great. So as far as the business office talk goes, do you have anything else to add that you think is important or
No, I
any
think you guys
questions?
picked a good topic, and it's registration time, so a lot of students do need to know about this information.
Thank you so much for
No
coming in here and
problem.
talking
Thank you
with
for
us.
having me.
Yes.
Alrighty, and then one more thing about our next video.
Yeah, so really quickly, just to preface what our next video will cover, that's going to be on August 18th at 3 o'clock, same time as today. And that will be a Friday. I know today's a Thursday, but with the new term, with fall coming up, we're going to have to adjust the schedule, and that will put us back on Fridays. So again, just to reiterate, August 18th at 3 p.m., and we will be discussing the MAC card. So stay tuned for that.
Alright, thank you.
Bye-bye.